UFC 317 just ended. And wow, we have a lot to talk about. We have a brand new face of UFC, of MMA. We have Joshua Van. Man, the talent. Excuse me. The talent that Josh Van is incredible. But I'm gonna go through the whole card really quick, giving you my thoughts on each fight. Starting with Junara Denise beating Hines. Hines looked really good in the first, and he had a really good jab, and he kept landing these perfect straight jabs down the middle that really, when it comes to heavyweight, you rarely see that happen. He goes for a takedown, gets the knees down briefly a few times, but wasn't able to control him. And then Denise, halfway into the first round, took over the round, and he was just brutalizing Hines for the last 2.5 minutes. He completely gassed, and Denise took over the pace of the fight. Hines was throwing, but I poked Denise. We get a little break there. After he had his best moment in the fight, where I feel that I poked didn't happen, he was landing a lot of combinations back to back. Could have finished the fight, but we'll never know. We get a good exchange at the end, but Hines was too offensive minded. I would have liked to see him, you know, have his hands up a little bit, you know, defend a few strikes. I feel like him blocking 10 shots from Denise is the difference in this fight. But heavyweight brawl, entertaining. Are these guys top heavyweights? No, Denise lost the title, but again, it was a fun fight to get us started off. We then move on to Jacobe Smith getting around to rear naked choke. Smith immediately smashed Price to start the fight, cut him open instantly, got Price down and smashed him with the ground and pound all of round one. Price hit Smith with a good combination. I believe in round two, but Smith dropped him with a jab. Referee gives a warning to get the fight going because it did get a little stale in the second round, and then right after that, Smith outgrappled Price, got him to give up his back, went for the rear naked choke, and got it instantly. Remains undefeated, incredible prospect in the welterweight division, and the welterweight division, man, it is just killer after killer. You got Jacoby Smith. You got Marlon Moraes. No, no, Michael Morales. You got so many guys coming up in this division, and this is a really good win over a veteran who has had a lot of good fights in the UFC. Yes, Nico Price isn't the same fighter he was, but again, a really good win for a really good up and coming contender in this division. We then move on to Terrence McKinney getting it done with the round one guillotine. We know Terrence McKinney, every time he fights, the fight will only last 5 minutes, and whoever wins is completely up in the air. But McKinney instantly shot for a double leg takedown, got it, and then he got a guillotine at first, transitioned to a Darce choke. He had a couple submissions he was holding Borishev in, but again, it's killed or be killed. And hey, man, this guy is entertaining. I think that Terrence McKinney, if you can get his skills down, if you can hone everything in, if you can, you know, be more cautious in his fights, I feel his size, his speed, his ability. He is a nightmare for a lot of people at 155. It's just, can he keep it going? Well, like I said, it is killed to be killed, and I love those kind of fighters. Really good win for Terrence McKini. We move on to Tracy Cortez winning by unanimous decision over Roju. She got an early takedown round one. Roju reversed it and gets to the back. Cortez then reversed her position, got back to top mount, went for the guillotine at the end of round one, but there wasn't enough time. And then Cortez in rounds two and three found her game on the feet and started picking Roju on the part with a jab, landed a couple body kicks, which were good. Cortez gets her back down at the 4 minute mark and controlled her the rest of the round, landing ground and pound. She wins unanimous decision 30-27. Dominant performance rebounds against after the Rose Namajunas fight. And it was really good. She moves up in the rankings. Um, Looked really good on the ground. I hope she can continue to work on what she's working on. And I mean, let's be honest, she is marketable just by how she looks. Um, but yeah, that's enough simping for Tracy Cortez. Really good performance by her against the Roju, though. Then we move on to a really, really shocking but impressive performance. Jose Delgado KOing Hyder. At the start of the fight, Hyder came out swinging, trying to take out Delgado. He hit him, but Delgado hit him with a knee right up the middle, landed perfectly on the chin, dropped a mill, 7 fatal straight, could just beat an undefeated fighter in the first round. Incredible performance. I am a big Hyder Mill fan. I watched a lot of his interviews. I watched a few podcasts. He is really good, but I mean, anybody can get caught, man. And that was the perfect knee, the perfect combination, and he got it done. Really good win for Jose Delgado. Then we move on to Gregory Rodriguez knocking out um Jacobe in the first round. He opened up the striking, mixing in the body hooks, going to the head. And I really, really do. I do like body work. I feel like n- not enough fighters utilize body shots enough because one of the easiest ways to gas your opponent out. You're kicking them in the stomach and the lungs, ripping the hooks the way he was. You're taking a lot out of your opponent. He got caught early, but he looked better on the feet. Rodriguez landed a left hook after going to the body with the right, landed some extra shots, got Hermanson out of there. Really good win. He rebounded off of getting KO'd against Cannonier, a fight that he did really good the first few rounds in, but Cannonier came back uh, at the end of round four, well, in round four, and got it done. Really good way to rebound off of a loss, and beats Jacob Manson, who has been in the top of middleweight for how many years now? Um, I don't know how many UFC 543 careers I've done in middleweight where Jack Hermanson has become champion. I know it's only EA UFC, but I mean, again, really good win to have, really good win to rebound off of that KO loss. We then move on to Peyton Talbot. This was such an odd fight to me. Lima found his range and picked his shots, and he was doing really good. Lima then went for a takedown, got him down, but Talbot was able to reverse, do some damage, and then we move into round two. Lima opened good on the feet, but forced the grappling where Talbot defends and gets top mount, and he's able to control Lima, able to land damage, and Talbot got more confident on the feet because of the fact that Lima was shooting. Lima got on Talbot's back, but gets shook off. Talbot then was just landing at will, controlling Lima. Got to a comfortable 29-28 unanimous decision. And look, you know, we know what happened in his last fight with Leone Solos. He definitely looks improved in the grappling department. I still need to see him face a high level grappler and have a lot of success defending takedowns, defending proper takedowns, getting back up to his feet. He did a really good job in this fight. Again, I need to see him do it against a high level grappler, and then I will be on board with paying Taliban. Until then, really talented prospect, really young, has a lot of potential, still needs to show me a bit. And why is he on the main card every single time? I do not get why we are pushing Peyton Talbot on this card over Jacob Manson or, one of the other fights on the prelims. Hey, I'm not running the UFC. Then we move on to another incredible performance. Benio Dariush defeating Renato Moicano by unanimous decision. Moicano found the range, but Benio was doing a really good job in round one, chopping at the legs, landing the leg kicks. Moicano even dropped Dariush, but he recovered fast. Round one, and we go into round two. Dario shoots at the start of round two. I kept shooting, pushing Moicano against the fence. Moicano then reversed it, getting a takedown near the 240 mark. But Dario went for a way arm triangle. Did a lot of good work on the ground. And Benio in round three was able to get him down early once again. Moicano reversed his leg. But Darius looked really confident in that third round. Got comfortable on the feet. Was able to get Moicano back down again. Wins 29-28 on all judges' scorecards, and it it was incredible, man. I mean, Vernio Darius, he's only lost on once rookie, and so was Oliveira. Legitimate title contenders. Oliveira just lost in the main event for the title. But yeah, I was really shocked by Benio Darius. Now, do I think he's going to go on another run at his age? No, but maybe you can give him a top five opponent. Like, personally, I want them to do Gaethje Hooker, and maybe you give him the loser of Gaethje Hooker. That's kind of where I'm at with Benio Darius. I don't think he should get a major step up in competition. But again, I think he's on his way to move forward instead of fighting back in the rankings off of this win. Really good win for Benio Darius. Again, it was supposed to happen. He was to 311. Armand hurt his back. Um, Moicano had to move into the main event. And, I heard, Moicano was on a two-fight losing streak. He's losing to some of the best in the division. Again, Darius, the only fighters to beat him are Armand and Oliveira. But, once again, incredible performance for Benito Darius. Then we move on to my boy, the savior of flyweight. Even though we're gonna get to Pantoja, Joshua Van is wickedly talented. I cannot stress enough the amount of talent that this guy has at 23 is incredible. Roy Bell had a quick start. Um, Found the jab, landed the leg kicks, was able to keep her range. But Van was landing clean combination after clean combination, getting technical and cracking my will in the first round. It was a really convincing first round for Joshua Van. that this was going to be a tough fight for Royval. But Royval came back in the second round, was landing efficiently. I think he landed at 80 significant strikes within round two. But both of them were tagging each other back and forth, back and forth. And it was just a matter of Royval picking up the pace in the second round. And then round three was just an all-out war. It was back and forth. Van then nearly finished Royval with an overhand right at the end of round three. Got on him, but wasn't able to finish it. He won unanimous decision 29-28 on two cards, 130-27. Even though Royval outlanded Van in significant strikes and that, dude, the entire fight, it looked like if you had no idea that who Joshua Van was, that this guy has been doing this for 15 years. Like the amount of skill and the amount of talent that this guy has makes no sense. And he just beat the number one contender. And it looks like he'll be fighting Alexander Pantoja, which we are going to get to right now. But man, Joshua Van, one of my favorite up and coming fighters. I forgot to add a space right here. I just caught that. But whatever, man. This guy is incredible. You know, watching him fight, he has some of the most beautiful combinations I've ever seen. I put him up there with JDM as far as, you know, technical boxing, technical striking. Really good. I think he's going to struggle in his next fight against Alexander Pantoja, who was able to beat Carr in the rematch, this time finishing him. Pantoja started explosive, ripping combinations, and lets Kai down to his back. Wasn't able to get anything off of his back, moves to half guard. We get a triangle attempt, and he calls Kai down the whole round after the triangle attempt didn't work. Then Pantoja showed his confidence on the feet for 2 minutes in the second round before getting Kai down once again. And then Kai was able to get up, look for his own takedown, but it was an absolute waste of time. And then we move into round three. Pantoja looking phenomenal, opened the round quick, looking for the touchdown, which he gets, got to the back, finds the rear naked choke, gets the tap, most wins at flyweight, most finishes, and Van is next. Alexander Pantoja deserves our respect, ladies and gentlemen. This guy is incredible. And, you know, with Josh Van being next, he has a young and hungry guy ahead of him. Man, I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but we have to have that conversation. How good is Pantoja compared to Demetrius Johnson? It's a different era. It's an absolutely different era we are in now. I feel the wins you get now mean a lot more than the wins that some of those legends have. But I mean, it's incredible. I guess these staying at flyweight, they don't care about the Marav fight at all. They want to do Marav versus Corey or Marav versus Umar too, and then have Pantoja fight Van, probably another contender, and then maybe we'll get a super fight, which he absolutely deserves. But he's a company man, really good win. Hope he gets the respect he wants in the pound for pound rankings. I would actually put him up there. But then we gotta move on to the main event, which started off, instead of a glove touch, they hugged in the center of the cage. Ton of respect for each other. Ilia immediately was firing at Charles Oliveira. You know, the whole stupid narrative of, oh, will Ilia Topuria's power translate to 145? I failed physics with less than 35% on my exam. But I know the little bit of physics I know. When you add mass and you keep the same speed, that creates more force. And Charles was able to get Ilya against the fence, but Ilya was able to flip him on his back, get on top, land some shots, gets back to the feet, 1-2 combination. Oliveira out cold, not dazed, not rocked, purely out cold. He's the face of the UFC now. John Jones is gone. Islam is moving up. And this guy has the counter effect. This guy did exactly what he said he'd do. He said first round knockout. And that's exactly what he did. I freaked out on my live stream. Um, and Joe sets up the Patty fight. They bring Patty in to face off. Ilia Topuria pushes Patty Pingboy. But I mean, man, dude, it's unbelievable what this guy has accomplished in the last few years. And 17-0, double champ. The run of KOing Bulk, KOing Max, KOing Oliveira. I think that's the best 3-fight win streak you will ever find on a record. You know, and then I guess, if he adds Patty to that, he adds Gaethje, he adds, Arman Sarukian. Like, this is a completely different animal. And the thing I love about Ilia Topuria, he has his wife and kid. He is locked in. He parties, He goes to the club and that. But I think that this guy, even though he said, I'm going to retire at 30, I think he is walking in. And I think this will be his division. I really think the only test for Ilia Topuria at 155 would be a Arman Sarukian or an Islam Makhachev. But even in the grappling, dude, the little bit of grappling we saw where Ilya was able to flip on top of Charles against the fence, it's, man, like wider man skill is a legitimate thing, and dude, it's just unbelievable, man. And it hurts. It hurts, right? Because he's KOing everybody we love, man. Every fighter we care about, he's taking them out. But I mean, dude, this guy really just beat out like all-time fighters. I'm not saying the greatest of all time, but fighters that are very much so in that conversation. Volkanovski winning his belt back after being KO'd by Topuria. But I mean, I want to save everything I want to say about Ilia Topuria for a video later down the road. But those are my thoughts on tonight's fights. By far the greatest card of the year. A lot of good knockouts. Joshua Van once again coming into his own, becoming the legit number one contender, nearly finishing Brendan Royval. And man, what are we gonna do with Ilia Topuria? But That's what I thought about the fights. Let me know what you thought about the fights. Again, thank you all you guys for tuned into to the live stream today. I really appreciate it. And if you missed this one, come hang out. I stream Wednesday. I stream the fights, and that's what I'm looking to do. But thank you for watching. I love you all. I'm gonna record this, upload this, make a thumbnail, and probably gonna go to bed. I'm fucking tired, man. I am so fucking tired. I I don't even know why.